think I had to do it. I think I have to go back to paper trading because this is not it. This is definitely not it. Hey guys, it's Will. Welcome to the channel. I'm a part-time day trader trying to become a full-time. We are yet in another week of July. This is July 21st to the 25th. It is Thursday today, and we do have one more trading day tomorrow. So far, I am down $105. And honestly, this is the reason why I'm trying to go back to paper trading. Is because even though I may think that I can do well and that I can win back all the money, because honestly, I just need 2 trades to win. I need 2 or 3 trades and I could win back everything. But that's not even the point, because what if I just keep losing? I'd rather protect my risk. I'd rather protect my capital than just keep losing for no reason. I don't want to just like keep trading and then since I'm in a bad mental state and I'm just like losing too much, I'd rather just not lose money, save my money until I find my consistency again, find my profitability again, because this is just not it. I can just like keep losing and I'll be down $300, $400. And even though it feels weird because I don't really care about the money right now, I'd rather just keep trading and learning than just like losing at the same time, like actually losing money. Because these losses, it doesn't really feel like I'm losing money, but it is actually losing money. Right now, I just care about the process. So that's why I'd rather just paper trade and just not lose my money because I worked hard for it, right? I'm just gonna paper trade, put aside my ego and just not even care about the money because I don't want to lose the money, and just make sure I find my consistency again. My plan is probably trying to get at least 3 months of profitability, exactly 3 months in a row, and then I'll move back to my live account. And that was my plan before to scale up. I was trying to get at least 3 months in a row and then scale up. But every time I hit that 3rd month, I just somehow lose, and then I just keep losing for like 1 or 2 more months, and then I find it again, but I just can't get that 3rd month. So I feel like I should just paper trade instead until I find 3 months of consistency, like actually 3 months in a row. And then once I feel confident, I will then move back into my live trading account. But I want to break down this week. I took 1 trade on Wednesday and I do have a trade right now, or like Thursday. The trade I had on Wednesday, I was trying to short and then I tried longing the market. I am going to play the live trade and show you guys. Here's the first trade that I took. I was trying to short on this day. Basically, I was trying to wait for the retest. So I was waiting for this break and then waiting for the retest and shorting the market. As we see in like earlier in the day, it did have holds, but it was kind of messy around here. It was kind of messy. But then when I saw this wick, I was like, okay, maybe I should try it. See the word? I'm saying try. I'm getting pretty tired of like saying that, honestly, because I'm just like trying things when they're not picture perfect. I always say that I'm taking my A+ setups, but this is not my A+ setups. I took this break and retest short, and the ES still has room for this previous day's highs right here. If I do a break and retest here and then give it this high, I was actually risking about 30 points. So this is a lot more than I usually take. Usually it's about 20 points around there, sometimes 25, but 30 point was a little higher, but I was trying to give it the exact risk. The only reason why I was thinking like this was because the ES had to retest the previous day's highs, which was the 6350. So I was thinking that since it broke this demand zone, the pre-market lows, I was thinking that it can break retest and get closer to this demand zone, and then I'll get bought back up. Just from explaining what I'm saying and just like understanding what I'm doing, I'm basically trying to take the market short when it has room to go to the demand zone. And even though we're in a bullish market, we should be looking for longs unless key levels break, unless the market structure breaks. But I'm just taking different zones and just trying to short the position. So I'm gonna fast forward this and show you guys. I just like basically just lost. My TP got hit. Right here it says the market confirmation. So I did actually click this right here, and that's basically, it'll just accept your order right away, or like when you exit, it accepts it. So then I did exit like when it was like right here. I was trying to see how it worked. It didn't actually hit my stop loss, but I did click it early because that's how I usually do it. But then since I pressed that button, it was an instant, and I guess it was better because I would have lost more because it just waked me out. I'll show you guys the market structure and then I'll break down the next trade. All right, here's the market structure of Wednesday. This box right here, this is Wednesday, this is the Nasdaq, and this box right here is the ES right here. So I did start charting out different supply zones and different demand zones. I'm really trying to dive deep into my strategy and find exactly what is actually what A+ setup means to me. I am backtesting a lot and just understanding what I need to do, and I'm still taking losses, and that's normal. It doesn't mean that since I backtested I'm gonna like win everything right away. But that's why I also do want to paper trade, because I'm not finding my consistency right now and I'm just like losing everything. So I'm just gonna take a step back and just like, I'd rather just not lose money, you know. I'm really trying to focus on what's happening on the previous day. So I am now starting to write like the pre-market highs, the all-time highs, that sort of stuff. For the Nasdaq, the reason why I did chart this level was because it had a demand zone right here, and it was also the pre-market low right here, and it was wicking off that level. So I wrote pre-market low and demand zone, and then I had the ES right here. This was the previous day's highs and the pre-market low. It wasn't exactly the previous day's highs, but it was giving like a reaction around that area. So that's why I had the 63.50 there. Coming today, this was the main market. ES was the main market that I had to focus on, but I traded off the Nasdaq. You tell me why? I don't know. I think because I wanted to get a trade. So I probably just took the trade, whatever I saw, and then this created something off my head. Okay, this is breaking. Even though the ES is not breaking it, I'm just gonna take this trade because I think it could go back down here. I think that if I do a break and retest here, and the ES still has room to slide down to this previous day's highs, then I can make some money, something like that. I don't know. But you see how the Nasdaq, it has the pre-market low here, but then it wasn't the exact pre-market low or like the actual low, because it has like a lot of wicks. It goes down. The ES is more clear because we are above previous day's highs and the previous pre-market low. We are in a bullish market, and I'm trying to short the market even though the market structure hasn't broken yet. Although it did break the structure on the Nasdaq, it's not like anything huge because the market isn't super clear on the Nasdaq, as you see right here. If it aligned exactly like this, then yes, it'll be like pretty clear. But then since there's divergences in the ES, then I shouldn't short it. If I do zoom into the ES, the exact all-time highs or like the previous day's highs was the 63.54, and it did align with this level right here. So I should have aligned my level with this level right here, and that would have been like a zone. So that would have been a zone. And that's also a reason why I shouldn't have shorted the market. I was playing off the Nasdaq because I saw something there. So I was attempting a trade because I saw something. The second trade I took was something a bit different. And you can see already how I'm kind of like already not in the right mindset, because right now I'm still trying to short the market. I'm like still thinking, okay, maybe if this breaks down, like if still breaking down, then I can short the market, because I still think that I can get to here, because that is the proper previous day's highs and the retest. I think that if it still has room to get down here, then this can still be a short. But you see how this level is like dancing around. It's so random that it's not even clear. Just reviewing my trades and just like looking at the level, I'm like, I should just remove my trade after I lost this trade. Then later I did switch to longs. I just kept zooming out. Then later I'm like, okay, this is building still. Maybe I can do a long here. I got in the trade, I gave it this low. My risk was a 25 stop. This is still retesting the previous day's lows, and if I did have my zone like exactly at the lows or the highs, it would have been this zone right here. So I'm actually playing off a good level right there. The reason why we're getting bought back up is because the ES. We're not getting bought back up because of the Nasdaq. You see how the zone is like stupid. It was like dancing around, and I gave it this random area right here. This lower here, that's where it's holding from. So I do have to give it this low. If it does break that low, then I'm actually wrong because it's breaking market structure. But since I just gave it this low, I lost. And if I and later day, it did go like lower. I took on my stop loss, and then it went higher, all the way higher. But it actually never broke this low. If I did give it that low, I would have won the trade. But that's too far of a stop. The ES was just too far gone. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take the Nasdaq instead and give it this lower here, but then it's not really following any market structure. So I've been realizing this like past couple of weeks. I've been taking these type of trades. I thought I fixed it, but clearly I did not fix it, and that is why I'm trying to focus on charting the right levels. Whatever level I have, I'm just basically just taking the trade when it's looking choppy, and that's why I'm trying to like really dive deep into my strategy, find what's really A plus to me, and only take that trade. Because I say everything's A plus, but this is really not A plus. This right here is a Thursday, and I am deciding to take a long. Right here is a pre-market high, and this is also the all-time highs on ES. On the Nasdaq, the pre-market high right here and all-time highs. And initially, my game plan was that I do want to do a break and retest long. So if it does do a break and retest long on the Nasdaq and the ES, I will take the trade. But the Nasdaq never got above, and the ES did get above, and I did take the trade. See how there's like a strong break. I retest. It was wicking off this level. I waited for data too, and then it wasn't really going down. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take the long. Target a 2-to-1, and it looks like a good trade. The Nasdaq is just weak. It's not above the level that I wanted to, and I did take the trade. I was thinking maybe I should just move my stop to like break even if this trade doesn't work out. It's because even now I'm telling myself this, I'm not super confident in the trade because the Nasdaq is not doing well. But then it kind of just went away from me, and I just like let it happen. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for stop loss then. It's about this time I'm about to put it to stop loss. It went over my stop loss, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should just wait for my stop. And that's when I pretty sure I was gonna lose this trade. Should I even held to my stop loss and just lose all that much more money? I don't know. I probably should have got out. That's also something I want to work on. Like if I don't really like to trade, I should just get out. Not going into trading view. I did take a second trade. I was like, okay, let me just wait. Let me just wait now and do nothing. Wait for this retest and see how it reacts there, because that is the previous day's highs on the Nasdaq. But I later saw this weird area right here, how it just got back down. It just went up. You see how there's like all these bars here? It looked pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. There was this low right here that was holding the market up. It went exactly to the left, and then look at the previous day's highs from the previous day on the Nasdaq, and this was the exact previous day's highs. I guess it also aligned with the pre-market low. I saw how it did a nice candle, like a really big strong candle. It did a retest. I was still like debating if I want to take this trade, and then it went wick down. I was like, not that good. It wicked back up. I was like, okay, it seems like a retest, like pretty strong retest. I can just put my stop like right there. I got into the trade. I put my stop at, or I put my TP as 3-1 right here. I later sold out. Like I sold out for break even because I was not confident in the trade. I felt like I just made it up again. I felt like I just made up the trade again, and I wasn't confident in the trade. Look at this. It hit my target already. I could have aimed for like a 4-1, a 5-1. I was actually thinking of aiming for like a 4-1 because I was like, if this is actually holding this previous day's highs, and I can aim for a 4-1 or 5-1. But then I was like kind of pushing it. Moving forward from this week, my plan is to just understand my levels really properly, chart the levels that I need to, and just not have like random levels on the chart, because I realized I've been charting too much. Just like putting random levels. Although sometimes the levels I chart and I take really good trades, it makes really like good sense. I'm winning the trades, and it feels like I get the exact level right. And then sometimes I don't get it right, and I just keep losing, like what I'm doing right now. And what I like to say is, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Keep staying disciplined, keep staying consistent, and let's just get 1% better every day. And I'll see you in the next one.